able to do one more reading for you guys. Thank you all so very much. It is cool to be here for this last bit and that we're able to go even when the Zoom host had to step away. I'm going to close with two poems, and they are going to be released in a book that will be released in like 7 to 10 days. It hasn't been released yet. But in cc&d, it says, if people are interested in an old issue of the magazine before it was put into book form, let us know. And we might do this. And somebody just asked for volume 197, which was the 16-year anniversary edition. So we are releasing it. It is not out yet. Titled this version, The Unknown Satisfaction. It's everything that was done for the 16-year anniversary issue. There are a couple bonus chapbooks from 2009, I believe, which is when this was going on. I'm going to read to you. Two poems are from the bonus things in the back of this book. The first one I'm going to read is there's going to be an altered version that's also appearing because it's going to be representing Detroit for The Universe is in Your Hands, because it talks about things all around the country and the globe. So I have to have something with a really short one about Detroit in there for you, which is why I'm going to be sharing this first one. And it was a poem that is titled Knowing Kevorkian. Oh, I knew Kevorkian. He used to be a pathologist. He used to do autopsies for my precincts. What I remember about Kevorkian was that he'd go out with us for drinks, you know, and he'd get a gin martini, but he would always have just one, and he'd never join the conversation. Never thought he had anything to say. Never thought he had a cause. Well, I guess he did. That was one short bonus one that was in a show that was done, a one-time thing at a Starbucks in a show called Getting Wired. It's one of the bonus pieces in it, and there's one more, and I have to end it on a happier note here at Poetic License. So I have to end it on a happier note. I know, it's so hard to see the signs for everybody, trying to show it in every media form possible. But I figured I've got to put one from the last show that is in this, which was at the Palos Park Public Library, which was cool. And this poem is titled Observations 9 and 6. Hey John, are you around, my husband?
I am around.
Then you can hear this poem because it's for you. I can hear him. This is titled Observations 9 and 6. And I read this in the library and he wasn't there. But this is Observations 9 and 6. I know I'm supposed to be the creative one, but I started my schooling in computer science engineering, and if I ever write anything, it's not creative, it's what makes sense, which is what I feel. I fly in airplanes, I jump from airplanes, I pilot airplanes, trying to get closer to the stars. So maybe I'm not a writer, maybe I'm an observer, an astronomer looking out past the Kuiper belt, trying to understand what makes everything, everything. I've walked on the tops of glaciers, crouching down from the violent winds, looking down into the beginning of time. I've watched solar storms and the geomagnetic aberrations of the aurora borealis from near the Arctic Circle. I may have even bought some potato vodka in Russia, or been there to hold your hand walking on the Great Wall of China. Molecule by molecule, we originate from stars, but outer space is a violent place, and if we are all linked, we feel the good and the evil. We see meteor showers while galaxies collide, watch comet tails in the night sky as comets smash into planets. We witness the death of stars. We learn from both the living and the dead. Because, yes, we are linked, and we are all observers. And I don't want to let you go. That one was actually the last poem that will be in this listing. I can show it to you here. It's impossible to see, but the cutting room floor was the cover for it, anywho. But thank you all for listening, you guys, and being here for this whole thing. We're going to close it out with Tom reading poetry, but I'm doing the announcement now. The 7th of July will be the next get-together for us chickadees. Yippee Skippy. Yippee Skippy! So, Tom, please close it out in the beautiful way you do before we close out the evening. It's all yours.